Okay, so I've come to a realization with myself in these past 30 minutes of speaking, and today is the first day that I have ever heard myself say, communication is my love language. Today is the first time that I think I've ever verbally told a man that when it comes to me being intimate with them, that I've learned I can't give my emotions until I know that I'm his. And when I say that I'm his, when I know I'm his wife, not when he asks, not when I figure that that's my husband, but when he's made it official, when I know where I stand, when I'm not guessing any longer. But to be able to say today, I can't give myself 100% to a man until I'm 100% his. And to take that and drive and ponder on the words that I said, I came to the conclusion of this. I'm not waiting. I'm not looking to give my heart to anybody anymore. Because my heart is a destination. My heart is in a place. And I can't give that man the GPS coordinates. I can't send him the address. I can't do any of those things because in reality, I don't have that information to give him because my heart is with me. Because it's mine. But the only thing is, I don't want to fall in love. I don't want that sense of what it used to be. I need that man to show me that he loves me by the way that he handles me, by the way that he communicates with me, by the way that he talks to me, by the way that he listens to me. And in the listening, I want him to go from those conversations, and I want him to process what I say. I want him to hear my heart. I want him to feel my heart. And in those conversations, if he's following me, if he's following my heart, if he's following the messages that she's giving, eventually he's going to arrive at the destination. He may or may not know that he's there, but I will. Because he will have tapped into a version of me that I didn't necessarily give him on purpose. But it just happened in the process. And to me, that is my husband showing me that he loves me. To me, that is my husband exposing that he is the one. Because he will have been the only one. And so far it hasn't happened. Nobody's dug inside of Ladisha. Nobody's dug into the core of who I really am. And at this point, nobody's shown me that they have interest in knowing that there's more to me, that there's more that exists. And today I realize I desire something so pure. And to me, it's simplistic. To me, it's something that money can't buy. But I want to love and I want to be loved. And to me, because that's my love language, I desire to follow the sounds and the paths of my husband's heart. I desire to know him like nobody else has known him intricately. I want to know how he's woven and why he's woven. And if his heart was ever to be entangled, I want to be the one that's close enough to get in there and walk on his heart, but tread lightly because I know how fragile it is, and I know the broken pieces. And to be able to come alongside and help without him asking, and realize that I picked up some pieces along the journey that I realized this is going to belong somewhere over time. And I want to put those pieces that I noticed along the journey, I want to pick them up. And when I get to that heart that is my heart, I want to put the puzzle pieces back together. And by the time we've both met each other where we're supposed to be, our hearts will be looking at each other. Not because we picked them up and handed them to the other person. I never want to pick up my heart and hand it to my husband. But I want him to walk the path. And I want him to open the door. And that's going to be the first time that a man takes my breath away. Because when he opens that door, all the air that's been in that room is just going to burst open. And vice versa with him, the air is going to burst open. And I'm going to know he's arrived. And I'm going to know he's arrived because nobody else has ever been there before. Nobody else has had my heart. Nobody else has hit me in that sensitive place where my heart craves to be known. I crave to be loved at my core. I crave that when I tell a man something, his answer is, his response is why. Not why, like why, but why, to dig into it, to say, break that down for me. Why is it that you process that way? Why is it that you think that way? What happened to you to make that be what it is? And even if the people that I talk to along the journey aren't that guy, I realize that in the midst of me, because I desire a friendship, I desire to be friends with my husband. And if I were to have friends that come along the way that I realize you're not for me, but that doesn't mean that I can't be vulnerable. That doesn't mean that I can't express who I am to you. And I realize that I am an author. And each person that meets me, nobody will ever get the same book. Some people may get similar chapters, but my whole life journey has been handing out different manuscripts. And so, yeah, they may be the wrong guy, but they walk away with a manuscript and it's the authentic part of me, because there's so much of me, because there's so many layers. But there's going to be one person who's going to be able to say, you have chapters of her, or you have a manuscript of her, but I have the whole sequel. I have every volume she's ever written, secret chapters that nobody else has ever known. I have access to her, where when I look in the mirror, it's like I'm looking at myself, because I've given, my heart has been poured out. My heart has been given. And he's received me instead of rejected me. He's processed right alongside with me. And the thing is, if he's doing this with me, I'm digging and I'm searching and I'm climbing to know the chambers of his heart, the intricate parts of his heart. Because if he is to be my person, just like I know myself with my eyes closed, I want to know him. Every fiber of his being. Just as though I were to look at myself or be naked in a room and have no thoughts or cares in the world, I want to be that naked and vulnerable with him there. And it feel like it's just me in the room. Because we're that connected, where I don't feel weird or strange, like I'm being judged, like I'm being viewed by another set of eyes that are not my own. But because he saw me, I want to melt. I want to feel like I found the rest of me for the first time. I want to feel like I found my place, my security that God has given me here on earth to treasure, to adore, to love and to hold, to minister to and to minister back to me. I want something that's pure and authentic that I've never had. Something that I don't even hear people talk about. I don't just want to say that's my husband, but I want to say that's my person. That's my counselor. That's my therapist. That's my prayer partner. That's my best friend. And I just so happen to get to do life with him daily. That's my road dog. That's my day one. And I'm not asking him to ride until the wheels fall off. I'm asking him that when he sees one of my wheels or one of our wheels get crooked, that he would be proactive to say, because I don't want to see you in harm or in danger, can we stop along the way and can we fix this? Can we fix this so that we can be stable? Can we fix this so that we don't stop moving? Can we fix this? Whether it's 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, 1 wheel, it doesn't matter. I just want to know, are we on one accord? Are we equally yoked in all that we do? Are we so much of each other that when I'm off, I'm really on? When you're off, that you're really on? Can I be vulnerable? Can I be weak before you and still feel strength? Can I tell you my deepest, darkest secrets? And you look at me like I'm normal. Can you share? Can you be vulnerable? Can you give me your heart? Can you love me like you love yourself on your best days? Can you be precautious with me like you are with yourself on your most fragile days? And when you know me and you know that I am not good, can you see the solution to my problem without me having to say a word? Can you authentically love me when I have nothing to offer you? And these were the thoughts that went through my head as I drove today, realizing that I want something that's real. I want a man that requires my vulnerability. I want somebody who says, Ladisha, I see you. Not because you're exposing yourself to me, but I see you because I intentionally have my eyes open to you. I see you, I hear you, I feel you. And I do this because there's something in you that draws a connection to me. I do this because I genuinely care about you. And the thing is, I want sex to be the last thing that I have to bring to the table. Because to me, sex is no longer a priority. It's truly what it was meant to be. It's a gift. And I want to save my gift for the one person who's done the work. And to them, it's not work. To them, where they say, I'm honored to have gone down this beautiful, crazy journey with you. Nutty, wacky, goofy, crazy, all of it. But that it was an honor to get to know you. All of you. And then for me on the other side, to be getting to know them. Somebody who says, I'm excited to see you. Just so I can hear your heart today. I'm not intrigued no more by the touches. I'm not intrigued anymore by just the simple sentimental things. But I know there's more, and I want more. I desire more. I crave more. The healed girl in me, the healed woman, has a different appetite. And it's nothing that anybody could do to me. But it's who they purposely bring out of me. And so I know that my husband, as I've written on the paper, he's going to be the one who's read the manual. He's going to be the one who is almost like he has a playbook on how to get my heart. But I'm not giving out coordinates, and I'm not going to go find my heart so that I can pick her up and give her to. I'm not giving her anybody. I don't want to fall in love. I want to walk in love. I don't want to fall in love. Because if I fall, that intends that, like, the normal thing would be, I have to get up. But no, I want to bask in it. And I want another heart to meet my heart. And I want those beings to just be present with one another. And I want to wake up one day and I want to know this is him. Whether he's asked me or not, this is him. Not him because of his actions, but because of his character. Before that man ever falls on a knee, I'm going to know that's my husband. Before he ever asks me a question, I'm going to know that's my husband. Somebody that for the first time is worth fighting for. Who's worth defending. Where I can honor him. I can love him. And I can submit to the plan that God has given him, because I know if he's not intentional with God, he can't be intentional with me. If he's not intentional with my Father, then my God can't send him. And God is the one who needs to confirm with him that I am his wife. My God, that same man is the one to confirm to me, daughter, this is he that I have sent you. He is chosen and he has been called. He has been set apart and it's predestined just for you. That this is my rib cage and I get to be grafted into my person. And that I would fit, and that he wouldn't try to carve me down to be the size that he desires that I am, and that he isn't a man that's intimidated by who I am and the growth and the strength and the woman and the power that I hold, but that he would allow for me to be free, that he would allow for me to be catapulted if that is the dream and the vision of God. But that when I get into his cage, he's not trying to shave me off saying, baby, but you're just a little too big. You're a little too bold. You're a little too ambitious. Because I'm not doing it to project me. I'm doing it to project us. My one rib may stick out a little more than those others, but that's because I've been out here freelancing, connected to my Father, who is the power source of it all. And so if I come in a little bigger than you thought I would, will you be willing to accept me, grow to cover me, instead of trying to diminish me to make me fit under the covering of where you are? Or will you allow God to adjust the covering to fit all the woman and the talents and the gifts and the beauty that I am? Because I can't be diminished. I can't go back and become less than. I can't go back and be broken, but I have to be able to be healed and to elevate on my growth. And so I need a man where I can be equally yoked. And where he can say, God has confirmed that you're her. And whatever God tells me to do concerning you, to protect you, to guide you, to lead you, to be a man worthy of submission, that he's willing to do it. Not because I had to ask him, but because we both have a mutual Father who is able to speak to the both of us, who's able to tell me, daughter, this is how you love my son, and son, this is how you love my baby girl. Because at the end of the day, when issues arise, it can't be against him. But I want to go to my daddy's lap and say, Daddy, this is who you told me I belong to. And this is what the situation is. Help me not break the cage. Help me not destroy the cage. Help me to love on the one you sent me. Because at the end of the day, my husband doesn't belong to me first, but he belongs to God. And at the same way, I don't belong to him first, but I belong to God. And while he's loaning me this man, and he's allowing me to be loaned to him as well, God is the one who's responsible for us individually. And we're responsible for putting him in the center of it all. And so today, unexpectedly, my heart has spoken. My heart has said how she's to be found. And the thing is, I didn't put my heart here. God did. I didn't set up the requirements. God did. Because I'm an intricate woman and I'm different. It's not easy to get me. It's not easy to understand me. It's not easy to process me. I don't make sense. Because the right one hasn't come along to listen. That aha person. That safe space. And I've learned in the journey, I don't get to judge him for what he comes with. I don't get to judge him for his sins. I don't get to judge him for his struggles. I don't get to judge him. I'm sent to simply love him, help him, steer him, guide him in the ways that the Lord has equipped for me to do for him and him alone. And so now that I know what I need, it's my job to wait. It's my job to be patient. It's my job to trust God in this process and not overstep him anymore, but to know that I lay this body down because the thing that used to think just don't think no more. What used to get me doesn't get me. What used to be a temporary satisfaction, I don't even desire it anymore. And this is how I know that the appetite to Ladisha Shanae has truly, truly change.